So hello everyone and welcome back to another Woozy Welsh Venting vlog. Cup of tea, dog mum. And I thought we'd have just a bit of a chat basically. This is kind of like a catch up, as you've seen from the thumbnail. We're going to talk about this summer because unfortunately, I hate to break it, it's now autumn. It's that dreaded autumn winter time when the nights are drawing in and we all know what that means. So anyway, we'll forget about that. So where do we start? So we'd come out of winter feeling really confident, really ready to take on the season ahead. We've been doing loads of showcross, loads of arena eventing, and she'd been doing really well. Had those lessons, her flat work was coming along nicely, and yeah, I was feeling ready to take on some ATs this season. How wrong was I? Anyway, so yeah, we came out of winter feeling really confident, really well, and as you can see from those clips, she was feeling amazing and she was brilliant in the Anthony Condor lessons, which I'm going to have more of this winter because he was fantastic. So yeah, starting at the start of the year, I have got my little rundown there. March, it was back in March now, we entered the Cotswold Cup at Offchurch Bury to do the 70 centimetres one-day event, and unfortunately it rained off. So I went down the day before to walk the course. The course looked lovely, it looked really inviting, and I was like, yeah, that'll be fine. Now thinking back, would that have been fine where we were? Don't know. So anyway, can't think like that. So yeah, that was rained off. I was absolutely gutted about that because that would have been a lovely start to the season basically. Then we went to Ashwood and I was determined to do an 80 and 90. I felt like she was really ready for it. I was feeling comfortable at 80s again, and we'd done a few of those over winter and she felt great. Not realising that it was now getting into like mid-March, maybe end of March, and that's when mare seasons start again. But you know, hindsight's a wonderful thing. It still wasn't quite clicking what was going on. So we were going to do the 80-90. Warm-up was terrible. She stopped 3 times in the warm-up. You can watch the whole vlog. It's a big confidence knock. Did the 80, got eliminated, and then didn't even bother attempting 90. I was like, if I can't get around the 80, I ain't gonna get around the 90. So I decided to go HC in the 80, and it was the best decision I could have made for us both. After that, immediately text Anthony Condon's contact and was like, I need a lesson ASAP please. So booked a lesson with him and we had a fantastic lesson. You can say to an instructor all you want, like what your horse does when it stops and stuff, but actually when the instructor's there and they see it, that just makes all the difference. So yeah, she did throw one of her really bad stops in where she literally comes straight into it and then just puts her head straight down and I nearly cut them off. They're the ones that really get my confidence in the boots. So Anthony told me, you know, it's all about her confidence and your confidence. And I said to him, I was like, what did I do wrong? He's nothing, it's not you. So that was a great comfort for me in some ways. Obviously it's not very nice having a horse that's not very confident, and then how can it kind of goes in the cycle of like, if you're not confident, the horse isn't confident, but if the horse isn't confident and stops, how are you going to get your confidence? So it was kind of like that rut that we were getting ourselves into. And then after our lesson with Anthony, we had Ashwood's one-day event and I'd entered 80 thinking that we were going to have had a run by now in the 70 at the Cotswold Cup, and that didn't happen. In hindsight, what I should have done, I mean, it'd been raining really badly and I'm surprised it wasn't actually called off. And when we were there, it also hammered down and hailstoned as well. You can watch that whole vlog as well. We were getting our best dressage score, which was fantastic, like 27 I think we got, and I didn't think it was actually worth 27, like it wasn't great. But the judges saw it differently, so that was quite nice. And ended up getting a lovely clear round, like really confident clear round. I just had all my lesson like fresh in my head from lesson with Anthony, and yeah, perfect. No stops, lovely. Then we walked the cross country and I was like, how the hell am I going to get over some of these? I don't know what it was. I think the ground was really bad, like as in like it just rained and I really should have pulled out. It's my own fault. But anyway, we gave it a go, got to fence 4 before we were eliminated, and yeah, just could not get over this box fence. I'll attach a photo because it's just like one day I need to get over that. nice box. And we've jumped worse than that now, but it was a nemesis. So yeah, so we ended up having a bit of a wobble after that, but I was still really pleased with her dressage and her show jumping. And then it was on to riding club combined training qualifiers. So this has always been, this is the same last year, like, you know, we had that disaster. I was determined this year to not let that happen. I'd entered originally to do the 75 centimetres, thinking it was in the outdoor, big outdoor paddock at Solihull. And so they've got like this massive arena. I thought, yeah, that'll be fine for Seren. And then they said they needed someone to go into 85 out of our team. And I was like, no one was answering, so I was feeling really awkward and just went, yeah, I'll do it. Don't want to do it, but I'll do it. So we ended up doing our first novice dressage test and also 85 centimetres indoors, which she hasn't done before. She's only ever done 85 centimetres kind of outdoor in an outdoor arena where like Tushingham it was, and it was like a really big arena, so she could get a counter going. So yeah, really good dressage, to be fair. She was really good, she managed it really well. You know, we hadn't done some of those movements. And then show jumping was a complete and utter disaster. I could feel as soon as she went into that arena that she was feeling really tense. Like, it was obviously, you know, it's quite a small kind of indoor and there's loads going on round, and I could just feel that I didn't have any kind of impulsion from behind at all. And she was in season as well. So that was that. That was eliminated at fence 5, I think. She just said no. And there's nothing you can do when she's like that. And you could see from this video that she is clearly shut down, and there's just nothing you can do. When a horse is that shut down, you cannot do anything. So yeah, I mean, me and Abby had a discussion, and I was like, oh my god, this is just a nightmare. Like, what am I going to do with her? And I talked about, is she the right horse for me? And you know, I just want this to work with Seren. So anyway, I kind of went away and was just like, oh, I'll write it off again. And then shortly after combine training, we moved yards. So our yard, it was really, really sad leaving our yard because I absolutely loved it. There was nothing wrong with it, it was perfect. But the National Trust arseholes and didn't want horses on it, basically. So they turfed us all off, and we all had to find somewhere. They gave us plenty of warning, which was very nice of the tenants. Like, they're not our fault at all. It's bloody National Trust. They did, you know, they were amazing. So yeah, we moved to a lovely new yard. It has a massive farm ride, so loads of cross-country fences to practice over, a gorgeous arena, and it's actually like a really big dressage yard. So I was like, okay, maybe this will be the time to kind of, maybe we'll go dressage route. I don't know. We were working really hard on our flat work. And one day I went on the farm ride and she injured herself. So to jump the fence, she stopped, scuffed it, her boot came off, and big gash through her leg. So that was 2 weeks out of work for that. She was never lame on it, she was just like sore with it. She was an absolute nightmare for the vet. She had to be sedated twice. And yeah, she was rearing, she was awful with the vet, she was terrified, bless her. So that put her out of action anyway. I could hack her, but it kept kind of opening, so she had to be on box rest. But yeah, that was fine. I found this miracle cream thanks to Han, and it solved it in 3 days, which is unbelievable. Luckily, Sezzy was, one, she was fit enough, and 2, she was never lame, and 3, I'd kind of been hacking her still, and she was all healed. So we were going to Field Farm, which I've never been to before, but always wanted to. So we'd been planning this for like a year in advance. with the girls. Friend Beck from Instagram we went with, and her friends, which was absolutely lovely. Like, had the best time ever with the girls, had a lovely time on the beach, but had the worst time ever with Seren on the cross country. She was just a nightmare. Like, she just lost her confidence big time. And going around this cross country course at Field Farm, I'd seen, like before that, I'd seen loads of comments about me online. I'm on a site, it's just full of cowards. Anyway, won't give them too much airtime, but there was things like, you're too big to be jumping that horse. Seren clearly doesn't want to do it. Why is Busy Welsh trying to make Seren do it when she doesn't want to? Yeah, and then saying about other people and how they've got rid of their horse, and like they've got a nice horse now to do something on. And those kind of comments were really, like, I was literally coming into the fence and I was like, you're too big for this horse, Seren can't do this, Seren can't do that, blah 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 blah. When she just jumped it, like it was the big castle at Field Farm, and she literally jumped it. So there was no reason why she needed to stop. Or like things like, I don't know, Seren's got SI problems, Seren's got hock arthritis, Seren's got PSSM because she's a Welsh pony, because she can't canter, because she's got a 4-beat canter. Yet if she had PSSM, whatever you say, and she had problems because of a canter, then why is it improving? Like, if there was something really wrong with her, why would it be improving over time? It's all to do with the weakness in her back end, which I've known about and I'm working on. Like, there's only so much you can. I had all that going around my head, and that I'm really angry at myself that I let myself listen to those things, like let that affect how I was with my horse, let those, like how I was with my riding and my confidence riding and stuff. Like, I even said to one of my instructors, I was like, can you be honest with me, am I too big for Seren? And she was like, absolutely not. Like, she said, you're absolutely fine on her. I'd tell you if you were too big. You're not fine, you're absolutely fine. So she said, I met you when you first had this pony, and I know that I met you now, and the difference is amazing. So, you know, that restored me a little bit. I just say to those people, like, just think about what you say before you, well, just think about what you type before you type it. Like, just think about how it can affect someone. I'd even said to Beck, I'd literally had enough of her, and I was like, she won't be here next year. Like, I will have sold her next year, and I'll have a new horse. So we started looking at horses while we were there. I was that annoyed with Seren. Turns out again she was in season. So yeah, you can see a rolling theme here. So anyway, I came back from Field Farm and I was like, right, I am determined to get rid of these show jumping demons, or these jumping demons. I went to Radford's show jumping, and it was on every Tuesday night, which is amazing. So I went, I think it was a week after I went to Field Farm, as I was just in such a bad mood with myself, and I was like, come on Seren, we can do this. So I booked on to do the 70 centimetres show jumping, and she fell backwards in the warm-up, and then in the show jumping, yeah, we got eliminated by fence 3. I was just like, what the hell? I'd literally had enough of this pony. I put her up for them. I went home, did an advert, and put it on Facebook, and literally got inundated with messages about how people wanted to loan her. And then I got myself all really upset. Callum said to me, she's our family, you cannot sell this pony, it's not happening. And I took her down immediately, and I was like, I've got to make it work. So I got the vet out and explained to the vet what I thought the issue was, which I've always thought it's to do with her seasons. It's always been very, like, I've been tracking her seasons, and every time she was in season we'd get eliminated, or we'd have a really bad round, or we'd have a really bad ride. I spoke to the vet. I said, look, this is what I think's wrong with her, like, it's just too much of a coincidence. So the vet said, okay. So we started Seren on the Improvac injection, which is basically an injection that stops their seasons for 3 to 6 months. It doesn't make them infertile. I want to stop these seasons. And she's like she was really naughty. Like, she just was awful to handle. Like, she was just so bolshy. So yeah, we had the Improvac injection. So she had to have 2 of those. And while she had the first one, we did a clear round. We did really well. Actually, we got 3rd there.
Hey, bro, don't you look at that? I said, my friend, what you looking at? I think she is something for me. Excuse me, got me saying, hey, girl, will you marry me? 2 kids in a house and live happily. I think we are so meant to be. But she says, wait, you forgot something. Every good thing comes to an end. At least it always happened to me. I'm telling you this now. You don't need to worry, 'cause I got this all down. And we'll get on together. And we can be so much more than who we are. So much more than who we are. We can. And knee deep in while the world just falls apart. Have to rise above it all. And we can.
And then we had a cross-country school in Macau, and she was really, really good. We had a few stops, but I was just like, it doesn't matter. And then we had a lesson with Sarah Warner, which you can watch, and it was an absolute game changer. Erin comes in, which I've always known, she comes in all gung-ho, and like sometimes not necessarily as balanced in her canter as she can be. She rushes in and then she goes, oh, and she says, I can't do it. What I noticed as well, and what I have noticed with Serin's like body language, is her ears. So when she's unsure, one of her ears will flick back looking for me, and I didn't know what to do.
Okay, and I don't think your legs were doing anything the last couple of strides.
No,
So you almost need to sort of come at it slightly slower.
Yeah.
And then in the last couple of strides, that's when you need to be saying, right, we're going.
Yeah.
Okay?
When actually all I needed to do was just keep my leg on and just kick. Rather than just keep my leg on a little bit, I just have to kick. And I don't mean boot her sides. I mean just little nudges with my spurs, if I've got spurs on, because sometimes I don't always wear spurs. So, yeah, she said kick. She was literally like, you come in, you kick, you put your leg on up until a certain point, and then you just leave her in the lurch. So she said just kick her on. So yeah, you can watch that vlog there. That's a good one, because that is a proper game changer. After that, then we started some dressage lessons at our yard, and he has completely changed the way I school, completely changed the way Seren goes and how I think about riding. So I think my riding's definitely improved tenfold since having this dressage instructor. He said that Seren walks everywhere too quick, which she does. So she kind of goes too heavy on the forehand, which is what most cobs do, and she doesn't use her back end. So we've slowed everything right down, like literally right down, and obviously that is so hard for her, and she gets so annoyed because she just likes, she's called the Wizzy Welsh for a reason, she likes going everywhere 1,000 miles an hour. So slowing that down, and then asking for trot, and then asking for canter, but really like all through my seat, and keeping everything really, really tight, because she was far too kind of floaty, like she was floating, she just wasn't actually working quite properly. So now she started working really well. I'll have them every month, and he says every time like she improves really well. But we figured that she's so weak behind, like she's not just a little bit weak behind, she's really, really weak behind, to the point where she struggles to do turn in the forehands. So that's why she finds the canter so hard, because she doesn't have that muscle in the behind to like get the elevation off the floor. So that's why it's 4-beat, which I've always known, like she's always struggled with her canter, bless her. And then I entered Eland Lodge Hunter Trial. Eland Lodge is like a notorious, like, it's BE venue. The jumps are amazing, the cross country course is just like nothing else. And I was really, really nervous. Like, this was a big thing for Sarah, and this was somewhere she had never cross-country schooled before. It's somewhere that I'd never been before. It's a big environment. So yeah, it was very much a testing the water to see how much this Improvac injection had made a difference. And the cross-country lesson and the dressage, everything. So I had all that combined. I also started feeding her Carmen cookies as well, which I do recommend if you've got... Well, it works for Sarah, that's for sure. So yeah, she absolutely stormed around her first hunter trial. I was so out of breath, because I was just like, held my breath the whole time thinking that she was going to stop, but she just flew around it. Oh, it was the best feeling ever. But then Dipstick here would have won if she'd gone through the flags. I didn't go, I completely missed the finishing flags and then had to go back round. Oh, I was so annoyed at myself. But anyway, it doesn't matter. I was really, really chuffed that she'd just got round and she'd gone round clear. So that was a massive confidence boost for us both. Then we had riding club dressage, and I'd also entered the tri-phase at Castle Hill the next day. So that was like a mock one-day event really. It was great. So did such a nice dressage test, but forgot it not once but twice, costing me first place. I think I still came sixth. Like, she literally got the best score. I'm so annoyed at myself. So yeah, that was that. At Castle Hill tri-phase, and oh, she was just amazing. Dressage, I forgot again. I forgot my dressage test again. Show jumping, we knocked a few because I was just like, she's never jumped in this arena before and we're just having fun. Like, we just had the best rounds, just having fun, because it's a big, nice, big indoor arena. Could really let her open out, and yeah, we just had such a nice, it was just such a nice round. And then cross country, you could kind of pick and choose. It was like pick and mix cross country, so you could pick if you wanted to jump lower heights or higher heights. So I started off doing 70s, and by the end we were doing all the 80s because she just was just storming around. Like, she just found it so easy. I was buzzing with her. I was just like, oh my god, yes, this is what I've been working for. So yeah, that was Castle Hill. That was a very good.
And that was a perfect round there for Hannah and
So
Sarah.
then, after multiple dressage lessons and feeling amazing, I was like, do you know what? I fancy a dressage saddle. So I'd saved some money, and I was looking on Facebook. I knew what size I needed, I knew what kind of saddle she needed, so it was either Albion or Monarch, and I was like, I really want an Albion. So just so happened on Facebook, someone was like really desperate to get rid of their saddle, and then I got it fitted to her at the centre. Yeah, he was like, you've got a bargain here. I was like, yes, get in. So first time riding a dressage saddle, I was gripping my knees like hell, but I've learned to ride in it now, which is great. So I have all my dressage lessons in my dressage saddle and school in my dressage saddle, and she goes amazing in it. Like, she's just so much different, and I ride so much different as well. I just feel like I can really sit and just let her canter. And then I was continuing doing the Radford show jumping like every Tuesday, like most Tuesday nights, and it just helped me get my confidence. Like, it was just a nice confidence boost. We were doing 70 centimetres, but it was just because I don't know why I've got this stupid block with show jumping.
Like two magnets, we are drawn to each other. You just know how to push all my buttons. Moved out of town and I erased your number, but still I find myself calling in the middle of the night, and there is nothing I can do. I am madly drawn to you. I know you feel the same. You got my heartstrings tangled, tangled up. You got my heartstrings vibrating for you now. There's something more, but you don't want to admit it. Whoa, we're perfectly opposite. You got my heartstrings tangled, tangled up. You got my heartstrings vibrating for you now. There's something more, but you don't want to admit it. Whoa, we're perfectly
I think because it's a lot to do with having the flat work, because it's just flat work over poles basically. So it's her hardest hardest phase, really, bless her. So yeah, she did really well. We just had fun. We just went out and had fun. Like, I just took a light seat and just let her canter into them, just really easy. Martha took some gorgeous videos, so I'll attach them. And in our last one we actually came second. So I was chuffed with that. Like, she flew around, bless her, and it was all against the Pony Club ponies. So we did well, I was putting in all the jump off turns I could. Felt like a child again.
Yay! Thank you, sis!
And then we entered Elan Lodge one day event as a team. So I went with Cara, the Connemara, aka Becca, I always call her Connemara, Sasha, who we went hunting with, and Lottie and Monty. We did so well as a team, like literally did so well. Not a bad dressage score. I actually remember my dressage, which was good. Did a lovely clear round show jumping, like she just flew round, and she's never been in that arena before, and it's quite a lot to look at. And in the warm up, someone fell off and the horse was galloping round, and it was just carnage. But very, very well handled by Elan, so well done, Elan, thank you. And then cross country, she just stormed around again, and I had my stopwatch this time. Like coming up that hill, we were about 30. I had like 30 seconds to get home, maybe, or maybe less. I can't remember. But I was just like, go, Sarah, go! And we just got 1 second over, I think. So we actually ended up coming 5th as a team out of like 30, and then, or like 25 teams, I think it was. And then me and Sarah came 3rd individually out of like 30 horses. So I was chuffed with that, absolutely chuffed with that. So yeah, that was our last one day event. And then I've been like doing loads of schooling at home, a bit of hacking, like loads of fitness work. She's so fit, honestly, she's ridiculously fit. She's too fit. I'm scared coming into winter that she's going to be wild. I had another dressage lesson, really positive dressage lesson. I'll attach some clips from that as well. And just been working really hard on schooling, pole work. I've been doing loads of raised poles with her to try and build her back end muscles, backing up hills and stuff, walking up hills, you know, trying to get those muscles built up so that it can help her canter. It's definitely working. Like, I can feel the power really coming through. I can't explain it. And as well, since the Improvac injection, she just feels so much more free in her back end. I can't explain it. Like, she just doesn't feel backwards anymore. Like, I haven't ridden a backwards horse, touch wood, for a long time, which is really nice. We went to compact eventing and just got the 4 faults. I should have done the 80 really. I think that should have been our chance to kind of step back up, because she just clattered through the show jumps. And then cross country, she did really well. She's done the cross country fence, it's lovely. We'd schooled there and had a really good schooling session at Radford's like a few months before, which you can watch the vlog there. But yeah, she was, I just finally feel like hopefully we're getting somewhere with her. And definitely the Improvac injection has made so much difference. I'm so glad I did it. I'm just so glad I went with my gut. And you know, I've spoken to my friend Sophie, and her mare's had it, and her mare's a lot better for it. So yeah, I'm just really glad I did it. I just didn't realise quite how much her seasons bother her. I've always been kind of saying it, but actually they've really been bothering her, bless her. So that's my plan for next year as well, is to just at the start of the season get the Improvac injection straight away and then go from there really. So yeah, we're just going to have an autumn and winter full of fun rides, dressage, maybe a bit of arena eventing and hunting. Yeah, we're going hunting again because it was just so much fun for her. She absolutely loves it. Like, she loves fun rides. We've been getting really confident on fun rides as well, so yeah, it's been an absolute bloody roller coaster this summer, and I have really considered selling her, but I'm really glad I stuck with her, because she's becoming such a she's a lovely pony anyway, but like she's really becoming a fantastic little superstar. Like, she's so nice to ride, and I love bringing on ponies. So yeah, and she's all, you know, she's what I've produced. So yeah, thanks for continuing to watch our journey. I really appreciate it, and hopefully you'll continue watching us throughout winter, because I'm still going to be vlogging, probably not as much, but yeah, keep an eye out for the hunting videos because they're coming. So yeah, that's me done. Thank you so much for watching. My cup of tea has gone cold because I've not drank it once. But yeah, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, follow, subscribe for more. Bye.
A new place, a new home. For a while, let me feel alive. Nothing to hold me back. Take my time, just enjoy the ride. A new man passing by. Life is good, best I've ever felt. Get me up, somewhere new, somewhere I can find myself. Oh, I feel so alive. As I reach out to the sky. I found my way. I was in the dark against it all, but made it through the day, 'cause I found